Hey guys, I'm Roy, and this is English Right Now. Today, I'm going to teach you all about phrasal verbs. And phrasal verbs are probably the most commonly asked question that I get. Everybody wants to know, how do you learn phrasal verbs? How do I memorize phrasal verbs? Is there any way to learn them? Now, most teachers tell you that you just need to memorize. Okay? Give up, for example, means quit. So they tell you to memorize. And it's no different to memorizing this word is a pen. However, relax, because there is a form of logic to phrasal verbs. And today we're going to talk all about that. And the way I'm going to explain it today is probably the most British way that I can imagine, with a cup of tea, some biscuit, a pen, and a piece of paper. Okay, a lot of people, when they're learning phrasal verbs, they focus on the verb. A phrasal verb is basically a verb plus particle. And most students, they focus on the verb. So things like look and give. So most students, they focus on the verb. They think about give up, give, look up, look. They focus on the verb. And it is very important to remember the verb. A lot of people, they ask for, can you tell me all the phrasal verbs connected to get? Or all the phrasal verbs connected to give? So again, they're focusing on the verb. But while the verb is very important, we really need to look at the particle. Usually these words are prepositions. And today we're going to focus on the 10 most common particles, prepositions. These are up, down, off, on, in, out, forward, back, away, and over. So these are the 10 most common particles. Okay, before we begin, you need to think about two things. Prepositions can be both logical, for example, up, down, it's a movement, in, out, it can be a movement or a place, it's easy. So for example, I am in front of you. My hand is on the table. The paintings are on the wall. But also, it can be about opinion or perspective. So let me give you an example. What I want you to do is think of the most beautiful or handsome person that you can think of, okay? Think of it. Write down in the comments below who it is. If it's me, great. But I'm pretty sure that everybody has a different opinion. This is about perspective, about who they see is beautiful. It's the way they see. Okay, and something else, it's the same with art. You look at one piece of art, some people may love this piece of art, some people may not love this piece of art. It's about perspective. So now, let's start with the first particle, up. First of all, up is a movement, up. It's quite obvious. And this explains logical phrasal verbs with an upwards movement, things like pick up, pick up. It's a logical movement. Up, quite commonly, is something very positive. Okay, it's a very positive word. Now, I'm going to talk about a more abstract meaning. So first of all, I need my cup of tea. My cup of tea is empty. So I need to fill up the cup. So you fill it up. Fill up. It means increase, which explains things like turn up the volume. If you can't hear me, turn up the volume. Before, there was no tea. There was no tea. Now there is tea. This is something better. This is an improvement. So up can mean increase, like increase, turn up the volume, or it can mean improvement. For example, if you go to a party, you may dress up. Okay, you look elegant. Next is, where's my cup of tea? You can't see my cup of tea. So I need to lift it up. Again, that's the same as upwards movement. But we can also use bring it up. So for example, bring something up in a meeting. You mention a new topic or a new subject. Okay? You bring it up. It's coming into view, if you like, or coming into reality. The next one, I'm going to pick up my Oreo. Now I'm going to use my Oreos. I'm going to eat them up. Okay? Up can mean use everything. To use up everything, to eat up. Also, if I need to write, I need to put my pen into this position. This puts it into the correct position. which could explain phrasal verbs which mean to get prepared. Things like get up or start up, like start up the car or start up a company, which is why we call a lot of companies startups. And finally, for up, this is something a little bit negative. I suppose use up is negative as well. You can also take a piece of paper like this and tear it up. Look at my arms. Look at the way my arms are moving. I tore up the piece of paper, which explains verbs of destruction. Okay, blow up. Next, we're going to move on to the opposite of up. And while up was positive, we have down, which is a little bit negative. Okay, down is also obviously, this is up, this is down. Down, as you build something up, you pull something down, okay, which means to reduce. So as you turn up the volume, you can turn down the volume. And it's not only literal, like turn down the volume. It can be something about our emotions as well. Like if our feelings are high and they're happy, and then I let you down, I make you become sad. So let you down also has that downwards motion of kind of a depression. And something as well, it's also logical, like for example, write something down, write it down. So you're putting your pen down to write. Write it down, put it down on paper. The next one is in. In normally means in an enclosed space. So at the moment, I am in my front room. I am in my front room. But also we need to think about the idea of something being inside something. So the room keeps me inside. I am in the room. At the moment, the tea is in the cup. And my room is contained. It is like a box, if you like. So if somebody tries to break in, like smash through the door, they're trying to enter the room. They're trying to come in. So it's about in. I'm going to put some milk in my tea. Put some milk in my tea. Also, I'm going to tell you a little thing. Put your biscuit in your tea. It's really good. So anything with kind of boxes, you put it in the box. And you can also think about your head as a box. So you keep in information, or you take in information when you accept the information. And it's also about including. So when I put the milk in the tea, I put the milk and the tea together, which explains things like keep in contact or get in touch, where it's not physical touch, but it's to contact. So to put two things together. That's in. Out is the opposite of in. Okay, so you are outside. I am in my room, but you are outside. Yep, you're all outside my room. Otherwise, this is really strange. I don't need to record on YouTube. Where is my cup of tea? Where is my tea? Ah, you can't see it because it's outside of the screen. It's out of the screen. So here it is. I bring in the screen. That's good. Really good. I like that. So if you go out, it makes sense. So for example, you go out of the house. And it also means to leave, to extract. So it's things like give out, which means distribute. You are like giving out. It's this kind of movement, to give out. Make sense? It also means to block something. So earlier, or to stop something entering. So for example, earlier on I said somebody was trying to break in my house. I need to keep them out. I need to keep them out. So I'm stopping them. I'm like a barrier for this. Okay, to stop them. Out, it's logical here. Also, it can be something about discovering. So for example, you can't see my tea. Now you can see my tea, you discover, which explains verbs like find out. So out is about discovering, extending, and sort of resisting, blocking. And it's also about the use of all of the resources. So earlier we said use up, but then people say I'm out. I am out of fuel. I have no more, so it means a lack. So therefore, so you find something that is out of your view. See? It's very clever. The next one is on. At the moment, my pen is on the table. My paintings are on the wall. It means some kind of contact It's some kind of contact, which explains why you put on your shoes. You add your shoes to your feet. Yeah? So it's adding contact. But it's also some kind of thing. So at the moment, my pen is on the paper, and the paper is supporting. It's supporting the pen, which is why things like I rely on you. I rely on you to share my video. Rely on. It's some kind of support. So it's also something about the contact. You're making contact. Or it can also be like an effect. An effect, some kind of effect. So for example, you turn on the television. You turn on the television. It's some kind of effect. It was nothing and now it's something. On. And on can also relate to something to do with time. Okay, so it's also something about continue. So I'm going to keep on making videos on YouTube every Thursday for you. Keep on, carry on making these videos. So to refresh, on can mean physical contact, some kind of support, an effect, or a continuation. Easy? I hope so. The next one is off. Off is obviously the opposite of on. Okay, and it's like removal. Removal, like a goodbye, this kind of thing, which is why we say, I'm going to see you off. See you off is to say goodbye. It can also mean take off. So when you put on your clothes, you take off your clothes. It's removal. And it can also be not only physical, but something a bit more abstract as well. So for example, well off means something positive, that you're far away from now. I will be better off when I live on a farm. When I live on a farm, I will be better off. My life will be better. It's something far away from now and an improvement. It can also be worse off if I move to a farm. I don't know. Maintain distance. That's the kind of idea. Maintain distance. Keep distance. Keep off the grass. Keep off my clothes. So off is about remove, maintaining distance. The next one is back. And back is like that direction. And this is very easy because back usually relates to maintaining a distance, staying far away, or something in a reverse position. Something like I look back, which is like I think of history, or keep back, or give it back. It's a return as well. It's a return. It's the kind of return. So back is a kind of return. Look back, give back, or distance. It could be a physical return or something metaphorical. For example, if I say something nasty or make a joke, you have a comeback. It's your comment that replies to mine. The next one is forward. While back is back, forward is this direction. And it's something progressive. It can be both literal, I'm going forward, or it can be something more metaphorical, non-literal. So for example, I look forward to seeing you. It's something like a future, an excitement. Look forward. It's something progressive. And also, put forward an idea is to propose an idea. So you're literally progressing something. You put forward an idea. Look back and look forward are very easy to understand. And the last two, away. Away means some kind of a distance. Keep a distance. Which is why we say, my parents live far away. They live far away. And we also say, oh my goodness, keep it away from me, distance. And it can also relate to something more like mental, like an emotion. So if you really surprise me, you blow me away. You take me far away from my original state. And we also have give away, like give it away, away, give it away, give it away, give it away now. So away is something that maintains distance. Finally, it's over. Now, over is like this. Okay, usually I put the pen over the screen. So for example, it can mean cover. Like ice over a situation, which means to cover the situation, to, make it all right. To ice it over, it's some kind of cover. Or it can also mean to cross a distance, to traverse a distance. So for example, you look over a paper, you look over it, you read it, you look over. Guys, I really hope these phrasal verbs and this lesson on phrasal verbs and their particles really helped you. Remember, focus on the particles. If you have any questions down below, write down in the comments down below, and I really hope I can help you. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day, and remember, like, subscribe, share it with your friends. I really hope this one helps. It's probably the most helpful video on phrasal verbs that I can give. So, have a great day, lots of love, as always, and thank you very much for listening. Hey, thanks for watching. You should totally subscribe down here, and you should check out one of these other videos right here. They're pretty good, and I spend a lot of time making them, so I really hope you enjoy them. Have a great day.